Welcome to In My Mailbox for April 2nd. I got 4 books this week. 3 were for review and 1 I bought. The first one for review is one that you can see below. It was an ebook, and it's one that probably everybody got who's on that galley. It is Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. I really love Julie Kagawa's Iron Face series, so I was excited to get this new series from her. It sounds like it's kind of a post-apocalyptic vampire book of sorts. So humanity is being destroyed by vampires, and some girl has to save it. And hopefully that's the right description, because I read a synopsis of it a while ago, and I think that's what the synopsis said. Anyways, I loved the Iron Face, so I'm very excited to read this, and I will probably be reading it soon, within the next week or two. The other 2 books I got for review. One I got from Tor. They sent me this book. It's called Blue Magic by A.M. Delamonica. And this is the second book in the Astrid Lethwood series. The first book was Indigo Springs, and I haven't read Indigo Springs. Honestly, it was a book that went on my wish list, and I took it off because I had too many books on, and I put it back on. So I was kind of on the fence about whether or not I wanted to read it. It just sounded really interesting. So in Indigo Springs, Astrid finds a river of liquid blue magic that is corrupting birds and trees and everything. And they describe it as a fantasy, eco-fantasy. So I don't think I've ever read an eco-fantasy before, but it should be interesting. Blue Magic is the second one in what's supposed to be a 2-book series. It sounds interesting. And thank you to Tor for sending it to me. I look forward to reading it. This is a finished copy. The book goes on sale on April 10th. So if you're interested, there it is. It's got kind of a neat cover. I like it. The second book I got for review was from the Amazon Buying Program. And this is The Taken by Vicki Peterson. Those who are urban fantasy fans probably know of Vicki Peterson's Signs of the Zodiac series. And that was kind of like a comic book superhero evil versus good series. I really enjoyed the beginning of that series. I wasn't too big on the last couple books in the series. I thought they were kind of scattered and not put together very well. But I did not know she was coming out with a new series. So when I saw this on Vine, I was pretty excited. The premise behind The Taken, it's the first book in the Celestial Blues series. And the premise is that there's Griffin Shaw is a PI, a private investigator who's a fallen angel, and Catherine Kit Craig is a rockabilly reporter. And hopefully I said that right. And they have to solve a whole bunch of murders plaguing both immortal and mortal people. Sounds great. I'm excited to read it. And hopefully it's a really good series. So it kind of sounds like an urban fantasy, but maybe a historical urban fantasy, because it's set back a little bit in a different time. So that should be good. And then I did buy 1 book this week because I couldn't resist. I've been waiting for my library to get in, and they haven't. And my library is great, and they get a lot of books in really quick, but they haven't gotten this one in yet. And I really want to read it. So this is the 3rd book in the Demon Trappers series by Jana Oliver, Forgiven. And this is all about Riley Blackthorn, and she is a demon trapper. But she's also got some other things in her past that have made her a bit different, and she's been having to make deals with Lucifer to save people and all this other stuff. As far as young adult series goes, this one's a lot more edgy and a lot more gritty than a lot of them. So I probably recommend it for older young adults. It's also pretty strictly urban fantasy. There's not a ton of romance in here. Lots of action, lots of fighting, lots of facing off monsters and demons and all that kind of stuff. I just love the way Jana Oliver writes. It's just very easy for me to read. And I don't know why some people don't like these books, but for me, it's a very easy style of writing to read, and I really like it. So I really look forward to reading it. I love this series. It's one of my favorite young adult series out there right now. So, and that is all I have for this week. Yeah, I hope you guys had a great week of reading and that you got some great books. And I will talk to you next week.